Hey there, welcome back. Maris here, and today we have, oh yes, Airborne Empire. I know, I'm fat, I'm in front of it. Give me a second. Airborne Empire, yes. And my first impressions. Don't go away. There should be popping up a sponsored label from YouTube. That's because I'm responsible. Because these guys reached out to me and said, hey, we can give you the demo a little bit before others. So I played and I considered this a sponsorship nevertheless, but there were no rules. They don't want me to say anything out of no censoring, nothing. So these are my first impressions, come on, these guys are amazing. So let's jump into the not game is in the background, but just what it is and what we are doing here. So I'm gonna play the video without the sound. This is a Wandering Band second game. The previous was Airborne Kingdom, which I played. I was preparing video to release, but that's why I have to apologize to the guys. I really wanted, but I remember what I didn't like about the first game, which they absolutely fixed in this next one. So this is the next bigger, better, because it's not Kingdom, it's an Empire, right? It's coming out later this year. We don't know precise date. It is summer, autumn was mentioned, but nothing precise. You know how it is. Better to make a Polish game. So, what we are doing? Okay, let's take a look at the video. So, it is a open world RPG city builder, and as in the first game, here you have a whole city flying around. You control it, you build it, you upgrade it, you do a quest. You have resources. Your people need to eat, they need to live, but on top of every single other game where you have exact same things, here, because you have a flying city, you need to control how much weight it is and how it's tilted, shielded. It's, all these things because you have a flying city, right? So that's the video. Scrolling down, you can see it will come out in early access. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, but let's pretend I'm not telling you, but the demo will be available, if I remember correctly, when the embargo lifts. This video comes out one day after you see this video. So on Saturday, you may be checking it some days later, it probably is out, and there will be a huge button that says, hey, play a demo if you want to. So I highly recommend to do that because that costs nothing, right? And later, of course, the release and everything. And yes, one of my friends also won this game, actually more of them, but all right, enough chit chat. The fun fact, this on wishlist was before they reach out to me, because as I said, I played the first one, and whenever I heard they are making the second, I'm like, oh yeah, it's going on my wishlist. So it was like naturally when they reach out, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to talk about your game. You are giving me a little bit heads up few days earlier than others. Oh, come on, how can I say no to these guys? So when that out of the way, this is my beautiful city. So these are the first impressions and everything. I'm gonna play the time because yeah, you can control the time and everything. Where to start? This is the city. Let me show you. It's pretty, let's say, not well thought out. I built as it went. Then I decided probably I will shift to having balloons because you need to control the lift, right? In the center, there's like how much buildings on top of that you can add, but there's a lot of catch because you can build fans, you can build some other structures, and it's always the balance. Let me just show you what we are talking about. The left, for example, I can have a fan that burns coal, so I would need constant coal this addition, but it lifts a lot. Then I can switch to balloons, which doesn't cost any coal, but they lift very little. Or I can have a flappers that require more people. So it's such a good mix where when you have too little of people, where's my 70 out of 75. So there I can already go nuts and have these flappers and everything out. And that's not only thing, of course. The more people you have, the more they will eat, the more water they will consume. Of course, most and the main engine city runs on a coal, so you need a coal where to live. Then they need also, if you pay attention there's a morale that comes later on. The bigger your city gets, the more complex things they require, and all that was already in the first game. If you haven't played, that game actually is out. I would just suggest, while we are waiting this one, you can easily jump on the previous, but there are key differences that I bluntly asked right back to the guy. Said, yes, of course, I'm gonna make a video, but what's the difference? And I think I actually asked, because if you're wondering how to get resources, it's pretty cool thing. Let me see. Yeah, I have some free space. Look what happens. I have a city, but I have built an hangar where I'm in front of this thing, but fine, I make myself invisible. Here I add 10 workers, and what happens from the hangar, there are, oh yeah, because there's only 9, oh no, there's more coming out. So they fly down, and literally, let me put myself back on the screen because I want my spotlight. Small planes fly down somewhere. They can go pretty wide range in any direction, while your city is still, I can make my city, you see, it's pretty fast. I have maximum speed because I'm crazy. And that's, the planes basically bring back the food, and I have gathered the food. And the same goes, and literally when you go around, you can find on the ground, there's an ore deposit. Here we have forest, 1 tree, nothing, not much of a forest. Here we have ancient ruins. So as you can see, there's a fog of war, which is, I don't recall having that on the first game, but probably my memory is, yeah, don't trust that. And as most of these games, I'm running always in the maximum speed because the city actually flies pretty slow, despite the fact it has the maximum speed, right? It's, you can't just add everything and then turn it into rocket or something like that, right? So there's a limit. And also the lift, when it's above, it doesn't give any benefit. And of course you need to spread out this lift. So I'm just mosing over, so you see there is a tilt. Front right goes in each direction. I'm not quite fully haven't seen the impact of it, but probably if it flips over, not a good sign. So first thing that is changing from the first game is resources respawn. And from that one thing alone, I can say, guys, that was, don't tell them, all right? But when I made the first video about the game, I was pretty critical about it, and the one and biggest problem I had was it is not no resource respawn. So whenever on the map you run out of, let's say, coal, you have no coal anymore. There's no infinite amount. So literally when you clean out the map, there's no reason to come back. It's like, and the map is pretty big. You wonder how big? Oh wow. All right, I'm a bit stupid, or that's a glitch, but I swear you. So this I can't access. In demo version, there's a cut line after the first line, but you have to trust me. When I landed the game yesterday, it was a fog around it. It somehow moved pretty slowly. Maybe they released some bug fix because it was weird anyways. But now why this is shown to me, it wasn't here yesterday. I'm curious, but anyways, that's how also in the first game it was one kind of biome, and then you complete quests. There's sends back and forth, find something, and then you move forward to some different, because there's some different things, grows different resource next on more and more. I think in the first map there was at least 4 biomes: green, swamp, winter, and I think one more, but I'm just, don't quote me on that. So here's this is the area where the demo was, at least the version I have from the game. As far as I can tell, this is exactly the same demo, just a bit earlier. And here is the play area, right? And whenever you cleaned out in the first game, it was done. Either you need to move on to get your food and people not starving and dying, or yeah, that's it. There's one option. Instead, here, when I fly around, and especially in the maximum speed, if I gather some resources, I can actually try to show you how it looks like, because you can see the resource was absolutely mined, but it was respawning. Anyways, you get the point. Now, basically, if you manage resources and be mindful and, you know, have the upgrades and everything, see, this is the empty. It will come back slowly because, you know, that's an iron ore, you need to unearth it. But this is how it looks. You see, there are some meshes around, but when I click, there are, again, 22 remaining coal. And yeah, anyways, I don't need to prove anything, you will find. So that's one thing. But can I bring back my image from the start? You notice one thing, you notice in the other corner, there's a flying and you see the fire going on. So yes, now in this second version of next continuation of the game, we have fights, we have battles. These turrets, they are my defense towers, and there are were bandits. I think I cleared them out from this map, so I haven't seen anyone attacking me lately. Ooh, the sun is coming up. This is pretty nice. So yeah, that's the second biggest thing. I am curious. Of course, there's a new map, there's new quests, new storyline. Of course, there's stories, there's quests and everything. So that is coming still. But two biggest things, I can resource respawn, thank you for that, and battles. And not only battles. If you paid close attention and maybe noticed, there's some weird things. I'll try to show you. There was not enemy, they called pirates. Pirate warehouse and something. They are shooting from the ground up. They have a cannon, right? And what you can have is, this is a cannon. See, I also have a cannon. And how it works, there will be more. I can activate it and I can shoot and it bombards. Ooh, if you're wondering, is it satisfying? Take a look. There is no enemy, nothing, but what they implemented still, if there are rubble or something like that. Come on, it was destroyable yesterday, come on. Seriously? Oh yeah, like that. I guess also what's different from yesterday, my playthrough now, is I came to the push this main storyline where it says thank you for playing demo. So I think that probably triggered the map opening and as such. Yeah. Because then I was like, okay, I'm ready for the video because everything else is done. I can't do nothing more. So the impression is like I feel a bit, you know, that was my issue, that resources doesn't respawn. But the fact that I played the first one, I tested it fully out. I remember I prepared the script and all the data for making the video, but I somehow failed to film the video. Stupid me. But yeah, I finished it from start to end, completed all the quests and everything, and then I had this I would love to play a little bit more and play around and test, and I wanted to test for the video so I can put out guides, what to do, how to optimize, but I was on limited resources. Not anymore. So yeah, what else? Okay, I will bring up a few more items and then we can close, because, you know, in one day from the video release, or even now, down in the description, all the links to the Discord, everything I can provide for you to find the game. You can check for yourself. But there are resources, there are way more. Don't be fooled. This is not that simple. I remember from the first game. You see, I'm running out of coal. I actually need to find some good coal. Oh, there was one. There was right in front of me. There is iron that you need to make from iron ore. There is cloth that you make from cotton. There are glass made of that resource probably is not in the this map, but there were more. I remember when the more biomes kicked in, there were more and more resources. It's just the game unreveals slowly. It doesn't give you everything right at the start, which is nice. Where's the coal? Yes, coal. My dear planes, go grab some coal, right? And the best, in my opinion, part where all this comes in picture, like what's happening, what there. Let me bring and show you, in my opinion, that it's not RPG if you can't have tailored or push the rushed somewhere talent tree or research tree, right? So in here, the town center, the needs of your people, unrevealed, what's there, the cleaning production. You see there's more, at least 2 more production lines. Those 2 resources probably I mentioned. The storage I haven't upgraded. Lift, there is 2 more options somewhere further down the storyline, or I need to find them somewhere. Propulsion. Oh, sorry. Combat. What was the combat? Where's combat? Show me combat. For combat, I have cannon and I have defense tower. What are these rest of things? Ooh, yes. And yes, this is interesting thing, the interesting approach. You don't need any resource for that. You build a research center and then it just takes time. But oh boy, it takes a lot of time. For example, you see I'm running out of water because -2 in hour. You see I'm literally, you can see how it run out. I gather the coal. So what I can do next, I'm next to the lake where we have 9,000 water. It would be silly of me to run out of water where literally I have 91,484 water sitting right here. So my planes will bring it up. No worries. You see inhabitants are not happy. Water should come in and I'll find. Anyways, the game is way more than it can be seen. So I'm zooming back in my city. Someone who is wondering, I'm in front of it, doesn't matter. But yes, it is customizable. The color, let me check if we can go nuts. Yes, you see, I can go nuts. You can go nuts. You can change the colors, and if I remember correctly from the first game, you find more and more colors, so the more patterns you will get, the more crazy you can go. Let's go green, you know, for whatever reason. And the path, yeah, also the path, currently I have only 1 color, but I remember there were more, and the more you play, you will have, and you can customize. And I don't know where the combat will go, because you see in the bottom, I can have cannon that's currently under F1. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more ability slots. So I can have more cannons, or what else? Rocket launchers? I don't know. I can just guess. Oh, running out of food. People not happy. Yeah. This is the good time to end the video. Because I was not planning to talk so much, but impressions is, oh boy, I want to play it. It is pretty chill game. In the first version, there was no combat, but still you need to get resources. You are all the time, you run out of the things, and you know, people start leaving, then you have problems. Then here it's even more, because there's a combat on top of that. But thank you for respawning resources. Absolutely amazing. I will put every link I have for you to find the game, the Discord channel, everything. On Saturday, 8th of June 2024, comes out the demo. Whenever you're watching this video, you probably can get the game already on your system and check out the demo for yourself, and then wait for the game release. All right, guys. I'm shutting up right now. If you have any questions, anything, ask and shall be answered, hopefully. and we'll meet in other videos, hopefully. Thank you for the sponsoring, for the sponsor of the game and the video as well. All right, guys, cheers.